Oh, so fabulous.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel once again. It's your girl Dumebi. If this is your first time coming across my channel, I do hope you decide to subscribe. And if you are a returning subscriber, you guys know that I love you. It's so good to have you here. Welcome back. So today's video is something that I've been seeing so many people react to. This beautiful, I have to stretch because she's so gorgeous. This beautiful black woman made this video and it got a lot of traffic. Let me just go right ahead and play her clip.
So a black-owned dental office had a sign posted that said no house shoes, no pajamas, no bonnets, right? And social media was so up in arms that they tried to destroy this woman's business by leaving her bad reviews, saying that the sign was anti-black. I just want to know why everything negative and uncouth has to be labeled black culture. I also want to know why advocating for us to go in public looking like we care about ourselves and how we look is deemed as respectability politics. We should not be condoning and advocating for clear signs of depression, because the only times I've ever been raggedy in public is when something was off with me mentally. Rolling out of bed in the morning and going in public with a bonnet and pajamas on and house shoes is unacceptable, uncouth behavior, no matter what race of people does it. And going out in public looking well put together like I care about myself doesn't mean that I'm trying to be like white people or I'm trying to get white people to respect me. Maybe it's because I respect me. Let's make having self-respect a part of black culture.
So after watching that video, I went to the comment section and I could see a lot of mixed reactions. I'm not going to lie, she was bashed a lot. She was dragged for making that video. And then I saw some people also agreeing with her. And yeah, I have my thoughts on it, but let me just go right ahead to play people's commentary and stitches, and then we'll come back and talk.
I just want to know why everything negative and uncouth has to be labeled black culture.
It's the dentist. That's the problem. This ain't no 5-star boutique. This ain't no 5-star restaurant. Oh, you dang right. If I'm driving down the street and I see an emergency room that has a sign that says only people that look good can come in here, I'm gonna try to get it shut down too. Then she goes on to say something along the lines of, we need to stop condoning symptoms of depression. It's medical care. So is one not supposed to get medical care because of what they're going through in their life? That don't make no sense to me. So despite the depression statement, you would have made total sense had you been talking about a 5-star restaurant or a boutique. But the medical field? No, ma'am. Because at the end of the day, what's the point in going into the medical profession if all you're going to do is discriminate against your patients?
Times I've ever been raggedy in public is when something was off with me mentally.
I'll be quiet. Like, all I hear when I hear this conversation is we need to make sure that we're looking good in front of the white people.
That said no house shoes, no pajamas, no bonnets, right?
I'm so going in on this one. The bums that are giving this woman such a hard time for making this video, I bet your bottom dollar at some point in their miserable lives called themselves a queen. Last I checked, queens wear crowns, not bonnets. There's no better way to say that you've given up on life than coming out of your house in house shoes and funky ass pajamas. Every time I see one of these brainless bonnet-wearing barbarians stitch a video, I already know what to expect. Ever notice how the people that are attacking you are the same people that are just horrible people altogether, but yet they want to tether their dysfunction to their racial identity? You keep on doing you. Stay blessed and stay beautiful.
Out of bed in the morning.
Okay, no, but can we talk about this one, y'all? I'm speaking on this as somebody who's worn bonnets in public and worn them to the dentist office. People like you who assume that those of us who wear bonnets in public must be depressed, or that we must not care about our appearance and roll out of bed and leave the house looking any kind of way. Yeah, that mentality is the true problem, not us and our appearance. Just because you putting on a bonnet means that you're depressed doesn't mean that's the reason why everybody else does it. Because there are plenty of us who find the version of us in a bonnet just as valuable and worthy of public perception as the version of us that gets dolled up. And we're not always raggedy with it either, because my bonnets are cute and I color coordinate them and use them as an accessory in my outfits sometimes. It just kills me how some black folks scream that we're not all a monolith until some of us show up in a way they don't deem appropriate. What's it saying about you to see somebody else minding their business and make such negative assumptions?
This is unacceptable, uncouth behavior.
I just really want y'all to say this to somebody's face one time. Just one time. Because it's always from the safety of your car. It's always behind the phone screen. It's always a picture of them taken from a very safe distance away and being all inconspicuous, making sure that the flash don't go off. Because you know they'll rock your shit. Let's not act like this conversation isn't targeted directly towards black women. Because I go to the store in my bonnet all the time. Anybody gonna say shit to me, and I know that. I guess that's a part of male privilege. Next time y'all feel emboldened to talk about this whole bonnet debacle again, because I know it's going to come up next year, just record yourself walking up to somebody. Hey, queen, I saw you in your bonnet, and I just want to know why you don't respect yourself. Because you know they're going to flatline your ass.
Uncouth behavior, no matter what race.
It is what it is. I mean, do what you want to do. I'm inclined to feel like if I'm going to a place of business, I'm going to dress like I'm there to conduct business. Now, the anti-black rhetoric come in because it's like weird. Y'all will say black people are the monolith, but then you feel like other black people's actions are a reflection of you. If we're not a monolith, then that shit ain't got nothing to do with you. In the case of the dentist office and people calling it anti-black, before you go to the dentist, you get your ass up, you wash your face, and you brush your teeth. You don't want to go in the dentist office with, morning breath. So if you gonna go as far as to brush your teeth and wash your face, it seems like it'd be only right to get your ass up and get dressed. Maybe that's just me. Y'all gonna call me anti-black for that? It is what it is. I don't give a f***. Do what you want to do.
Been raggedy in public is when something was off with me mentally.
I told myself I wasn't going to respond to this video, but here the fuck we are. So I came from a family like this, filled with women who had this type of mindset of every time you step out of the house, even if it's just to get the mail, you have to be done up. Clearly, I didn't follow the status quo. And you know what happened to them? They still got unalived by the medical industrial complex. They still diagnosed my grandmother's and my mother's cancers late, denied their pain, gaslit them. And this was all the doctors. White, Asian, black, all of them. And they went to every single last appointment dressed to the nines. Hair perfect, makeup perfect, dressed up with their finest jewelry. And they still unalived them. Why? They don't give a about us. And once we get it through our mind that black is still black and racist is still racist, no matter how well you present it, maybe we'll actually start to make some progress. Because this conversation is tired.
Uncouth behavior.
So I completely agree with her take from beginning to end. I really have not really anything I can add to it because she nailed it. The truth of the matter is y'all do like to take the most negative qualities and traits and associate it to black people. I don't know what it is about doing that, but y'all love to do it. It is annoying, but y'all love to take some negative stuff and be like, oh, that's our culture. No, it's not. That's just something that a group of y'all like to do. This is not just limited to black women. I done been at Walmart and I done seen non-black girls walking around with the pajama pants on. I done even seen some non-black girls at Walmart with a bonnet on their head before. So this definitely is not a black woman conversation. This is just a group of girls who like to walk around in pajama pants and bonnet conversation. And that's just a separate group of women. I love that for that group of women. Don't want to be around that group of women, but I love that for them. These are really just internet conversations because in real life, nobody cares if you want to wear a bonnet and pajama pants. Nobody's coming up to you and telling you, you know that that's not really professional that you have that on and you should put a little bit more effort into your looks before you come out the house. If you don't care no more about putting no effort into your looks when you leave out the house, do you really think Dana care? No, I don't. You ain't never gonna go nowhere with me with no bonnet and pajama pants on, but whatever you choose to do is what you choose to do, all right? I don't want no association with no girl who think that that's acceptable to walk out the house in. If we don't want to get ready and put no effort into our looks, with on some sweatpants and put our hair in a ponytail, but we ain't never walking out in no pajama pants and no bonnet. That's just not gonna happen. But again, that's what makes us different types of women. And that's fine. You got y'all group of girls who like to do that. And then you got us other group of women who we not going to do it. And it's just that simple. If you bold enough to walk out the house with your bonnet and your pajama pants on, then I would assume that you would be somebody strong enough to not care about other people's opinion about what they think when they see it. Because most people, when they see it, they don't have good thoughts in their mind. Okay, that's just the end of the story. It ain't no different than when somebody see dudes with their pants sagging and their underwear showing. You don't have good thoughts in your mind when you see it. You jump the stereotypes when you see it. But as long as you don't care about people stereotyping you when they see you in your bonnet and pajama pants, who cares? But just understand that's what's happening. Most people that see you in it, they stereotyping you automatically with you having it on. At the end of the day, these businesses have every right to enforce a dress code. The same way clubs do it, the same way restaurants do it, they enforcing a dress code. I think that most businesses would assume, especially like a dentist office, that if you already knew you had an appointment coming up, you would have enough time to do something with your hair and put on actual clothes to attend that appointment, right? But again, a lot of this is a whole mentality. It's bigger than just pajama pants and a bonnet. But that's a conversation for a whole nother video. But at the end of the day, either you adhere to what they tell you to show up to the dentist office like, or you find you another dentist office. It's that simple.
Looking like we care about ourselves.
Girl, shut up. Seriously, shut up. I'm so sick of black girls like you. I'm sorry. One of my mutuals said black women don't with other black women like that, and you the one we talking about. Why do you care? Scratch that. You don't care. Because if you did, you would really be out here advocating for black mental health, which I looked at your page. You don't do that. I haven't seen you partner up with nary a mental health app or program. And since when is bonnets and pajamas only a part of black culture? Where you get that shit from? Because let me tell you something. I have been to Walmart, and the people that look the worst in that store are not one of us. Out here chastising black women for some shit you're not wearing anyway in public. The fuck? Girl, get a job, make some money, masturbate, do something else.
So a black-owned dental office had a sign posted that said, no house shoes, no pajamas, no bonnets, right?
So social media got upset at this dentist, our brethren, our black women, brethren, and she wanted us to show up presentable. No bonnets, no pajamas, no slippers. And people got upset. I should be able to wear what I want. I do what I want. I do what I want. And y'all got mad. But what's interesting is that is too much work for you. You have every excuse of, oh, mental health and all this. Oh, it's so hard. But if that sorry dude calls you at midnight, 1, 2, 3 in the morning, you will jump your ass out of bed, shave every body hair that you got. You will do your whole routine in that shower, clean that kid up, everything, change the sheets, got the incense burning, make sure everything is just right, so you can get some random dick and he can coat your teeth rather than clean them. But all of a sudden, you too tired.
That said, no house shoes, no pajamas, no bonnets, right?
How many did you guys count? Because I counted 5. I counted 5 white supremacist ideologies that she just let fly out of her mouth in less than 5 minutes, which is concerning to me. Yeah. I got, let's think here. So there was respectability politics, there was anti-blackness, there was internalized racism, there was classism and ableism. She snuck the ableism in there. I will say that one caught me off guard. So kudos to you for surprising me. Because this video was rather unsurprising until then. And you know what, I'm not going to address any of those 5 things in this video because I think it's very clear to see that this is just a coon out in the wild in her natural habitat. But I want to talk about something else, right, that I think is more important. I think it's incredibly important for anyone who is black and who was born after the civil rights movement to understand what our purpose is as black people in today's society. Our job is quite literally going to be disturbing white spaces. It's also to get in contact with our ancestors and to heal the generational trauma that we have inherited, right? Because all of these things that we think are respecting ourselves are really just post-traumatic slave syndrome survival tactics, right? Like beating our kids into submission, right? So that they just listen, so that they don't get killed, okay? And then also respectability politics. Those are just our ancestors being forced to adapt or die. These are not principles that we should be living in today.
Had a sign posted that said,
I don't know why can't some of y'all mind your business. Is it that hard? Let me get started on these black businesses. They have strict dress codes. You can't wear pants. You can't wear shoes. You can't wear jeans. You can't wear this. You can't wear a bonnet. Like, Who gives a shit? We're coming to spend money at your establishment. And do you see these white people complaining? They don't care. Walmart don't care what you wear. Target don't care what you wear. Walgreens don't care. Olive Garden don't care. The list goes on. Any white establishment don't give a f what you wear because they're making their money at the end of the day. Black people, they have many rules, and then the thing that pisses me off, they want to charge an arm and a leg to eat at your restaurant, and then they want to serve you in plasticware because they don't want to wash dishes. Like, come on now. I'm just so tired of this dress code thing. It's just like, just leave people alone. It doesn't matter what they wear. Just let them spend their money at your establishment. Don't you want to make money, right? That's the whole point of business, is to make money, not focus on looks. I'm just tired of y'all. I'm tired.
Because
okay, here I am in my headscarf. I get what she's trying to say because like it does feel good to look good when you go outside. But personally for me, I don't think it's a big deal. Like if you're just running errands, you're going to the dentist, you're grocery shopping. Like personally, I don't really dress up to do those things. I don't think I've ever really gone in my pajamas, but I've gone in like sweats and a sweatshirt or like sweats and a t-shirt. I've worn my bonnet or like my headscarf to like the corner store for like 2 seconds. But if I'm like going out to eat with my friends or something, like obviously I'm not going to show up in like my PJs and my bonnet. Like I think it's okay to have that outfit where like you think that nobody you know is going to see you. And like not to be that person, but like older generations like getting on us and like telling us that we need to be presentable when we leave the house literally stems from racism. Like if they didn't leave the house looking on their tens, like it would give an excuse for white people would be like, oh, well, look, you look ghetto, so dirty and unkempt. And like our natural hair alone is considered like dirty or like ghetto or unkempt. And that sign was specifically, I feel, anti-black because it specifically said bonnets. Like the majority of people that wear bonnets to sleep or like just outside or like to cover their hair are black women. Like that sign didn't say don't come in here with a messy bun. Like white people wake up in a messy bun all the time and like go run errands. Like yes, like it's nice to be presentable when you go outside, but I don't think you have to be presentable all the time when you're just like running errands or going to the dentist.
Clear signs of depression.
I wasn't going to stitch this, but I see a lot of my healthcare professionals in these comments and y'all wild as fuck. Since when do we judge somebody based upon what it is or what it is not they are wearing? White people don't spend a lot of money on clothes. There are so many oxymorons in this video, but I want to concentrate on the healthcare aspect of it. But before I do, sis, the call is coming from inside the car. Pick up. It's the Crown Act that was just passed that allows us to wear our natural hair locks or braids. And as far as not condoning what obvious signs of depression looks like, why ever not? We need to normalize what depression looks like in black people because it could quite possibly save a life. Case in point, Jordan Neely, who was just unalived on a New York City subway by Daniel Penny because he was in the middle of a healthcare crisis. Because mental health is health, right? And the respectability identity we all had to yield to. We had grandparents and parents and they made us dress up to leave out of the house so the white people wouldn't treat us like anything, even though they still did and do. That bar and those standards, what are we measuring those against? Since when do we treat people like shit who are actively seeking health care? Because I've never been told that I didn't have any couth or respectability based upon the way I was dressed when I was seeking health care, when the people treated me like shit. Because with or without my Gucci slides, I still had to empty a clip on several people for treating me based upon how they felt I should be treated because of the color of my skin. And you can't tell me she's not catering to a particular set of clientele because she thinks that clothes makes the person. She thinks that Zumba pants, slippers, and bonnets is ghetto. And so do some of you. And they're clothes made to be worn, right? Let me know if I need to wear Fendi or Versace when I go to the dentist and you're about to play in my mouth and do a screening and make sure that my H. pylori isn't causing my breath to stink, or tell me if I'm a candidate for implants or do a cancer screening. Since when do we judge people based upon what it is that they're wearing? I'll wait. I can go from Chanel to the Salvation Army and people will still treat me like shit. So why are we doing the same? And it doesn't have to be anti-black to be white supremacist.
So you guys can see it's pretty much, I wouldn't even say 50-50 because I think more people disagreed with her. And as for me, you guys, I'm going to be honest. I kind of agree with some of what she said, not everything. I agree with some of what she said. I see the point she's trying to make. I know because of the amount of people that disagreed with her, I'm expecting some people to disagree with me as well. But you guys just hear me out, please. So first of all, I'm not in America, so I have a different mindset on some of these things, and I've grown up in a different environment and culture, so this might have shaped the way I see things. But when she said that the dentist put up the sign, no bonnets, no house shoes, no pajamas, at first I was like, wow, people wear their pajamas to the dentist. I found it very, very odd because that's not something I see people do around here. Okay, people don't really leave their house, get in their cars and drive somewhere to an establishment or something wearing their pajamas. So I was taken aback by that. But first of all, being that she's in the medical field, your priority might not really be the way people dress up to come see you because it could be an emergency, right? But now, how many people go to the dentist in a state of emergency? So I think that's a question. So she was talking about people going to Walmart dressed with their pajamas and their bonnets and stuff like that. And I think there was even a time Monique actually made a video like that about her going to the airport and seeing a lot of black women putting on bonnets, and she kind of spoke against it, and people dragged Monique, and I could not really understand why. And I think the shocking thing to me is, why do people label someone saying, okay, don't wear your bonnet outside your house? Why do they label people saying things like that as anti-black? So is it really a black thing to wear your bonnet out of your house? Is it just black people that do this? Is it just black people that wear their pajamas and their house shoes out? Because I want to know why people say it is being anti-black for people to say don't do that. Because I really refuse to believe that it's just black people that do that. I think it's not about the race of people that do it, but I think it's more about the kind of people that do it, like the class of woman. Then it could also be the situation, like you could be rushing to Walmart, in an emergency, or you just quickly want to dash in, pick up something and dash out, we get something for your kids. You just really want to just do that quickly, so you don't see the need to change. Now that's different. But for it to be a thing that people make videos about to address, that means it happens more often than not. That means there are a lot of people actually doing this, and I don't know. I remember specifically there was one of my videos where one of the ladies who spoke in the stitches that I included in my videos wore a bonnet, and I saw a comment by a black woman who watched my video, and she said she wishes black women would learn to present themselves better than making videos wearing their bonnets and stuff like that. So I know that there are people who bear this same sentiment, like, okay, maybe bonnets are not for every occasion, every place, and I can understand that sentiment. But then I also believe you cannot tell adults what to do. They're going to dress how they're going to dress, but at the end of the day, the way you're dressed is how you're going to be seen, is how you're going to be addressed. And if a lot of black people are doing this thing that this woman is talking about, it is easy for them to label it as a black people thing. And is this one of the stereotypes that we want to be associated with black people? I think that's the question we need to ask ourselves. In my opinion, anything that warrants me getting off my bed, going to the bathroom to brush my teeth, wash my face, or take a bath, that situation that warranted me to do that also warrants me to change my clothes and do something with my hair. I don't necessarily have to put on a wig or comb my hair if I don't want to, but I can wear like a cap, I can tie like a scarf. Like, I feel like there's some things that are more outside friendly than a bonnet. Like, whenever I see a bonnet, I know there are fancy bonnets and all of that, but whenever I see bonnet, I think nightwear, I think sleepwear. Whenever I see a pajamas, I think sleepwear. And that is how I was raised as well. Like, my mom will not let you wear your sleepwear out. Not like you can wear it down the street to get something quickly, just dash in, dash out and stuff like that. But to wear it out, you're going to the supermarket or no, we don't do that. So you don't wear your sleep clothes out. Neither do you wear your outing clothes to sleep. There are house clothes you wear, where you're not going out. You've had your bath in the morning, so you just put on those house clothes. And there are clothes you wear when you're stepping out of the house, like to go somewhere. where you need to get dressed up, and then there are clothes you wear when you want to sleep. So I think like pajamas should not be worn to certain places. So I don't know, I might get hate for this, but that's just my opinion. And please, it's not coming from a place of anti-blackness, because I don't believe it is a black thing to wear pajamas outside your house. I refuse to believe that that is one of the stereotypes that people are associating with black people. Some people do it and they are not necessarily all black. Okay, so it is not anti-blackness. Then I think what I disagree with what the lady said was when she now started associating, you know, this dress code of bonnets and pajamas outside of the house to be associated with poor mental health. I think she was totally wrong for that. I definitely disagree. Like, how did she arrive at that? No. But I'm definitely one to present myself in a certain way, and I'm not talking be too dressy. It might just be sweatpants or jeans and a top, but definitely not my pajamas. Okay, so anyway, you guys let me know what you think about this in the comment section. What do you think about the original video? Do you think she was being anti-black or being too judgmental, or, you know, I don't know. What do you guys think? And what do you guys think about the dentist putting that sign up to her potential patients? Do you think it was wrong, or do you think maybe it's happening too much that someone had to say something in the black community? You guys let me know what you think about this. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.